offset by market gains. 42 pending liability and auto, 4 with reserves over 10K, 3 over 25K. Work. Yes, my gosh, it keeps going. Okay, the workforce safety annual report. Jack Rogan provided the annual workforce safety report 2023 to 24. 70 to 72 total injuries, which was favorable. 2025, 80 injuries increased. 80 injuries, that is increased flag for further analysis. Approximately 14 severe industries defined as less than 5 days or greater than 5 days lost. Contributing factors are miles driven, new facilities, operator fatigue from staff shortages. The top injury types are lower back, knees, ankles, and shoulders. There's significant drop in injury-related claims and payments, $200,000 decrease. Quick settlements reducing overall costs. Historical 5-year payout is $2.1 million. Initiatives in place: enhance facility inspections, improve return to work communication, frequent TPA meetings for claim management, collaboration with regional business council, and expanded use of analytics for trend identification. Okay, then the accident review annual report. Richard Nasser provided an annual accident review report. Overall accidents are down by 9, notably under 4 per 100,000 miles for the first time. Rock on. 1 million more miles driven, 21 fewer preventable accidents, ridership up 6.5%, customer injuries down by 24, 149 new employees entered safety and training. Training overhaul, remedial training for almost every accident, not just repeaters. Onboarding program extended and tailored for service areas, includes mentor pairing after initial hire, focused on initial 0 to 1 year employee group, accidents reduced by 13% despite 19% more employees. Temporary spike in the 1 to 3 year group, refresher training and on-road retraining methods were discussed. Other initiatives focus on real-time mobility device securement and daily pre-trips as ongoing in-service training, collaboration with transportation supervisors for school zone safety. In the safety committee, mandated 50-50 labor management, transformative and issue and resolution, and cross-training department collaboration. Safety signage refresh across properties in progress. New safety glasses initiative for all visitors and internal staff and maintenance. Technology upgrades, mirrorless bus pilot, 3 buses, 200,000 miles, law amended for statewide use, 25 retrofits pending. Blind spot monitoring is also being explored for the full fleet, GPS-based zone, school zone warning technology for operators in progress. That's the end of that report.
It was a terrific report too by Rich of the committee. Great.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Good stuff, both on the positive stuff and the remediation or mitigation efforts that you have in play. A monthly management report, Trish Cooper, there she is, provided the monthly management report for May. Mortgage tax receipts were over budget by 17.6% and over budget 24% year to date. Customer fares were under budget by 8%, 9.2% year to date. It looks like Navigator usage was up, cash fares were down, and analysis is ongoing. Wages were 5.5% under budget. Materials and supplies were over budget by 24.7%, with timing issue really there, 13.6% over year to date. Professional services are over budget by 14.4%, but year to date under 11%. Utilities are under budget by 36%, 30% year to date. Overall revenue is slightly under budget by 0.83%, expenses under 2.42%. Again, that's pretty amazing when you're talking about forecasting. The monthly non-financial report. Gary Guy provided the non-financial report for May. Fixed route ridership was up 2%. Star ridership was up 4.9%. Service quality missed trips 70.02% total trips. On-time performance fixed route 70.6%. Star increased to 79%. PMI on time 97%, and overall on time at 93.8%. There were 19 preventable accidents and 20 non-preventable. Days not worked were 8.07% in May, a slight decrease from April. Total comments for customer service were up 66%, 292 with 90% closure rate. Website page views were up 6%. And now we're wrapping it up. Internal audit update. Sarah Matros, is she here, Sarah? Who was unable to provide us with any logic behind the Mets' recent skid, was able to extended an open invitation for board management to request follow-up investigations or deep dives. No major updates were provided. The next meeting for the committee is on August 20th.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I'm fitting, you know.
It's one of my goals to, as chair, to have a 2-page agenda. So I'm counting on you and the staff to see if you can kind of work up on more action
Need an
items, or
IV.
maybe a bigger font. We'll move on to the Community and Stakeholder Relations Committee. Dave Sekra.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Community and Stakeholder Relations Committee met on June 18th at 1 p.m. here at 110 Watervliet Ave and via Microsoft Teams. Staff provided reports on our recent customer satisfaction survey, communications plan for upcoming service changes, and the monthly earned media and community engagement report. John Scherzer provided an update on our recent customer satisfaction survey that was conducted this spring by our partners at TransPro. Over a 5-day period in April, TransPro surveyed 564 customers throughout our entire service area who were riding or waiting for the bus. They surveyed every 4th customer to ensure random sampling. 78% of our customers said they are satisfied with CDTA fixed route bus service. They are most satisfied with how safely buses operate and least satisfied with the overall cleanliness of bus stops and shelters. The results from this wave are higher than our last survey conducted in the fall and still hovering above the industry standard. The most important features for customers riding our system are buses arriving at their scheduled time, how often buses operate, and bus cleanliness and travel time. Jamie Caslow provided an overview of the communications plan for our upcoming fall service changes. Service changes are conducted 4 times a year to keep service levels productive and streamlined. This process is based on ridership trends, customer feedback, and community needs. With every set of service updates, there are several ways to communicate. We communicate these changes internally to our employees and externally to our elected partners, community, and customers. The communications team will follow this process and begin outreach to all stakeholder groups in early July. Jamie Caslow provided the Earned Media and Community Relations report. Last month, we earned 14 placements from television, newspapers, and radio with an estimated value of $20,000. Stories included the start of the Nature Bus, Belmont Trolley Service, and a new historical display about transportation at the Joseph L. Bruno Rail Station. We participated in several community events, including the Albany Police Athletic League Breakfast of Champions, Capital Region Pride Parade, and the American Heart Association Heart Walk. Internally, we hosted our retiree luncheon where we welcomed more than 100 retirees, and employees hosted the operator and maintenance rodeo and an employee bus trip to Yankee Stadium. Looking ahead, we're participating in the No Neighbor Hungry food drive in partnership with Broadview Federal Credit Union and preparing for the start of the Saratoga Trolley on July 10th. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Next up is the Strategic and Operational Planning Committee. Mike Michelle.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and once again, I want to thank everyone for their attendance and participation at last week's Strategic and Operational Planning Committee. We have an important consent agenda item for the board today, and that's to approve the realignment strategy and August PIC. Over the past 5 years, CDTA has experienced record-setting ridership and incredible growth of our service offerings. However, as costs increase and federal COVID-19 relief funding comes to an end, we are entering a new phase of financial stewardship that requires careful planning and strategic adjustments. In response, we are initiating a comprehensive realignment plan that will guide both our budget and service delivery decisions moving forward. This realignment effort will focus on improving operational efficiencies, eliminating redundancies, and strategically deploying mobility service where they are most effective and needed. We will do all this while at the same time monitoring the quality of the customer experience and the employee experience. The committee discussed the financial background, a multifaceted service adjustment strategy, and a phase 1 date of service plan. The plan addresses only part of what we expect to be the fiscal year 2027 deficit. We will work on strategies in parallel with this initial rollout to close that gap as well. The current proposal involves consolidating services, 90,000 plus hours, over the next 12 to 18 months. These changes include adjustments to service levels, frequency and span, coverage, geography, integration of mobility on demand, flex, where it makes sense. This will begin with the August service changes, the details which were provided at the meeting. Through this process, we remain committed to delivering high-quality, equitable transit services while ensuring fiscal responsibility and resilience for the future. We need a motion to approve the service realignment strategy, beginning with the changes for the August.
Resolution, Dave, second by Jackie Falatika. Questions, comments? Discussed last week in depth with the community. And this has been discussed for several months prior to Frank's arrival. And of course, as Frank got here, and I have to say, I've just been super impressed with the teamwork that's taken place to address this issue from top to bottom. It's really been a great effort as we've heard more and more detail about rolling this out, and obviously we'll be keeping an eye on it and see how we do over the next several months and well into the future. But again, thanks to everyone for getting this done. This is a very important step. Dave said it very well at the committee meeting, like necessary, has to happen, and there'll be more to it in the future. All those in favor of the resolution say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's approved.
All right, and then the next meeting of the committee will be Thursday, August 21st, 12 p.m. here at 110 Waterbury Ave, Microsoft Teams. And that concludes my report.
On to the CEO report.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So, it's been just over 6 weeks since I joined CDTA, and I continue to immerse myself in the organization and the respective communities. Thank you all, thank you all, everyone for your support. I want to give extra recognition to the CDTA staff and this team because they have been absolutely amazing. So kudos to you all, thank you. In general, I think Peter went through it, but performance remains satisfactory despite the challenges that Gary had mentioned during the report. That most notable, we're still grappling with some maintenance challenges of hiring, and at the same time, we've discussed the creep of work that we had over with our expansion of services. So we're dealing with that. Ridership remains strong, on par with last year, and the team and I are continue to perform the diagnostics required to figure out the delta between the declination of some fare revenues, and we actually went through some UA review yesterday, so we have some good stuff going on. And we will update the board, give an update to this board on universal access coming in August. Finances and budget will remain a hyper focus, as mentioned, as we manage 26 and 37 targets. Thank you to this board for your input in this process and consent as we move forward with the next phase of realignments that are critical to these efforts. I also need to thank the CDTA staff for their hard work and diligence. They, developing these plans, and more importantly, the hard work and diligence and commitment ahead of us that is going to require us to deliver these intended results, but at the same time maintain this high level of service to our customers and with an acute focus on customer experience. Some notable procurements that were mentioned here that we should be proud of are the Harriman East Station, which wraps up the Purple Line BRT. So we should be proud of that. And I think we should be very proud of the integration of Navigator into STAR. It's about time. It's overdue. So, congratulations. As I outlined in my report, I kept very active at late May into June. I did some ride-alongs with the service, and I had one-on-one meetings with some staff who requested it through Blink. And these are invaluable experiences, and the staff continues to provide me. Frontline staff provides me with insights, and this is going to help shape how I and this board advance this organization. And it's very important. So I want to thank the rank and file for also giving me their candidness. Throughout these numerous meet and greets that I had with the elected, state, local electeds, it gave me the opportunity to introduce myself, let them know about some of the service realignments coming up, open Pandora's box for some issues. And I think many of the issues that I heard from the electeds are the same issues that we heard from our customers, right? On the customer survey that Transport provided. So these are long-standing issues, but this team's up to it, and we're going to tackle them, right? They're not going to be easy, but we're going to be innovative, and so a shout out to Kelly and the HR team who successfully rolled out the new e-learning platform called Percipio. It's our new e-learning platform, and it replaces our current learning platform, BizLibrary, with a system that's faster, more intuitive, and mobile friendly. It says no more hunting for outdated content and clunky navigation. So, we're looking forward to this. So shout out to the team. And then finally, for update on some priorities, along with the budget focus, right? We know that's a main priority. The team began the working groups that were developed on maintenance morale, workforce development, succession planning, STAR and micro mobility innovation, and finally employee recognition. These 4 working groups have kicked off, and everybody is charged with it, and they have results to deliver, and I'm really happy how they've been approaching this so far. So we will update you on those results. Senior staff and I will begin a formal process in July, working with TransPro to develop our organizational core values to round off our strategic framework. And this will develop success targets and with related actions, measurements, and responsibilities. So more to follow on that. And then finally, I will begin to implement a reorganization of senior staff that will support this CEO and this board and foster a performance management-based culture at CDTA. So some small realignments, effective what is known right now, effective June 29th. Kelly Trevogel will assume the role as Senior Director of HR and Risk Management. Trish Cooper will assume the role as CFO, both reporting directly to me. And additionally, Jack Rogan will continue his role, but as a Director of Safety and Training, and will report to me. Okay. Over the next few weeks, there'll be a few more assignments, and I will announce those as they are solidified, and then we'll continue our journey. I want to thank everybody. I want to wish everybody a happy July break, and any questions I'll be happy to answer.
Thank you, Frank. Yeah. Any questions for Frank? We'll move on to board member comments. You have anything for the group today? What are we doing with that thing? We're gonna take a picture with Mike. This is a board resolution to Mike Collins on his retirement. Who doesn't want a board resolution?
Thank you very much.
Mike, got anything for the group before you head
Yeah,
out?
we got a speech, geez,
Don't have
all I
to.
can say is that 39 years goes really quick. I still remember my first day here and stuff. And, but I couldn't have dreamed up a better career. Except I did want to become a professional skier at some point, but that didn't happen. But I just want to thank the staff, I mean, in particular Kelly and Stacy and Trish and Jack. They've been very supportive over the years, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. And then all the board here, the board has been great. Obviously things in January happened, and you guys have been all supportive. Dave's been here almost as long as I've been here. So, but I also want to just thank the senior staff too, with Chris and Lance and Amanda. They've been terrific, and with the new guy here, Frank, you guys couldn't have picked a better CEO. I mean, I know you've he's got a few challenges ahead of himself, but he's a perfect person for the job. So thank you for all this. It's been a great 39 years.
Thank you for your service, Mike. With that, our next meeting of the board is not until the end of August, August 27th, high noon, here at 110 Waterville Lead Avenue. Enjoy the break while you can. I'll take a motion to adjourn. Thank you, Denise, second by Jackie. And it's approved. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.